It felt like a big moment. It felt like I got to have a little small piece of something that felt pretty historic.
A sense of relief and excitement from one of the first local nurses to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, as San Diego County records its highest daily death toll from the pandemic yet. Good evening, I'm Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Here are the latest numbers. 32 new deaths were reported today. That brings our total to just under 1,200. And more than 1,800 new cases were reported, bringing that total to more than 111,000. The numbers come just hours after Naval Medical Center, San Diego, and Rady Children's Hospital began to give the first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. As ABC's Mimi Alcala explains, it's a big moment for the county.
It was exciting.
As hospitals across the county start receiving boxes of Pfizer's highly anticipated COVID-19 vaccine, Naval Medical Center San Diego was the first to vaccinate its frontline healthcare workers.
It kind of feels like it has this energy of perhaps the beginning of the final chapter of what has felt like a very long year for all of us.
Lieutenant junior grade Catherine Senoit is a staff nurse working in the emergency department at the Naval Medical Center, and she was the first there to roll up her sleeve and get that shot.
Band-Aid on, actually, yeah. But it feels like I have an obligation to do everything I can to ensure that I'm immune so I don't pass on anything to my patients.
Like many, Senoit was a little skeptical about a vaccine that was put out so quickly, but after doing much research, she says she was reassured.
Companies that have developed this vaccine have put a lot of work into ensuring and sharing the data to show people how hard that they worked to make sure that this was rolled out safely.
After the injection, she says she was told to look out for any adverse reactions similar to other vaccines.
I'm going to give the first dose.
A couple of hours later, Rady Children's Hospital also started vaccinating some of the most at-risk personnel at the hospital.
I think this is a really important step for us to get back to some type of normalcy. We've seen lots of businesses and people and families be affected by this virus, and I think it's really important for us, especially as healthcare workers, to take a stand and be the first people to get the vaccine.
At this point, the vaccine is not mandatory for staff at either hospitals. Those who do get it will continue wearing masks, and 28 days later, they'll receive a second dose.
This is going to be a long process to roll out, so we still need to be really careful about wearing our masks, social distancing, and following all the guidelines by the CDC.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Other local hospitals do say they plan to start giving out the vaccines to their workers this week as well.